I'm just getting some little friends ready that have to be over here. While you check out the schedule board. You check out that schedule board. That's what's happening today. All of these things. It's almost time for circle time. It's almost time for circle time. It's almost time, sweetie pies. If you're looking at the screen and you can see things, this is our schedule for circle time. Sometimes people look at that and think, that's too many things. How will you do all those things? Some people would look at a schedule board like this and think, that's all? We're not doing anything else? And some people will look at the schedule board and think, okay, that's fine. This is our schedule, and pretty soon I'll move the schedule board, and then I'm gonna turn on the light, and then we're gonna start circle time. The first thing is to ring the bell. In just a moment, you might get to see me kind of behind here, and you might see some movement because I'm gonna put on my apron, and it's still for this month of September. I'm putting on a yellow apron, and I'm about ready to move the schedule board and turn on the light because good morning or good evening or good night. Hi. Alarm clock going? Because I already did a journal class, but I had to set the alarm so that we didn't keep doing journal work the whole time because we had to stop to come do circle time. If you saw the schedule board, you might already know that the first thing we do is ring the bell. I have a red bell today. There's a certain reason for it. I'll tell you about that part later. But first, when you hear the bell ring, it's time for circle time. When you hear the bell ring, I will start circle time. Circle time, circle time. Now I will start circle time. The next thing on our schedule is to do our breath. To do our breath today kind of matches the red. Because to do our breath today, I want you to imagine the smell of an apple. If you can smell, if you've ever smelled an apple before, you might know what that smells like. I for sure like the smell of real apples the most. I have some other things that smell like apples that are not real apples, but they were made, well, one was made with real apple smell, and the other was made by a factory that figured out how to make something smell like an apple when it wasn't an apple. This is so tiny. A teeny tiny apple eraser that the package said smells like real apples. I just took a breath. When you smell something, you're taking a breath. Pretend you have one, or maybe you have one. Smell it. really smell a lot of apple smell. But I did get some breaths in. This is the apple smell that I bought one time for preschool because it has real apple oil smell in it, it says. And when I spray this, it won't be easy to see it, but I will be able to smell it. And if you've ever smelled apples before, or you've ever smelled a spray of apples or a candle, you might know what I'm talking about. So you can copy me. I'm going to spray this up in the air over me. So then when the oil and the smell falls down, then I'll be able to smell it when I breathe in through my nose. So I'm going to spray it. And then when it starts to fall, you'll see me start to take a breath in through my nose to smell it. And then you can do that too. And that'll be our breath for today. So I'm going to spray it. It has a little handle here. I'll spray it up. Hold it and out. I smell that apple smell, and it reminds me of A week at preschool. That's what we're doing today. The letter of the week is A. We'll talk about it soon after we wish each other well. When we did that breath just now about smelling, there are people whose names are in here, people I know, and maybe more of you, your name isn't in here, but you are living somewhere now where you can't go outside very much or ever because of all the fires. So there are fires happening outside, and if it's happening, people know it. So if you don't know if there's a fire happening near you, then it's not happening. So I'm not talking about like a sneaky fire or a mysterious fire. Like there isn't fire happening in the nature around where I live. But there is for some people, and all the people I know, I talk to them or sent them messages, and they say they're fine. So we've talked about it being hard for people to breathe if someone is hurting them or pressing on their neck, they can't breathe. We've talked about the coronavirus and other illnesses, that when people are feeling sick or are sick, they can't breathe with certain kinds of sickness. And now I'm thinking about the people, and maybe now you're thinking about the people who are living where there's so much smoke from the big fires that they can't breathe well outside. So I'm thinking about those. When I wish people well today, I'm doing a little bit of extra about that. And I'm going to do the rainbow side because oftentimes rainbows happen when there's rain or rain clouds. Rain would help put those fires out. So I'm thinking about rain. I'm thinking about all of the reasons why breath can be challenging for people. And I'm going to think about those when I wish people well. Everybody, we're in this box together and we're in the world together, and there are a lot of things that are still happening about keeping it hard for people to take deep breaths. And I hope that everyone can find a way or find a helper to help them be able to find a way to breathe freely. And everybody, we wish you well. We wish you well. We wish you well. All through the day today, we wish you well. Now, before we sing about the letter of the week, I've got to do an interruption. This was next on the schedule board. Sometimes we're going to go right away and talk about the letter of the week, but we can't go right away today because there are some people I know who are having a birthday or they just had their birthday. Here's our calendar for September, okay? This is today. But when it was this day, right here, September 11, some of you know about that date. Something happened on September 11, 5 years ago, that was very exciting. There was a baby that was born that I know. And now look, this is today. Tomorrow, there is another birthday of somebody I know. And then on Saturday, there's another birthday of someone I know. Maybe there are birthdays that you know that I don't know, that you can think about when I sing this. Look, here's supposed to be birthday friend Emersyn. Here is, oh, put your crown back on, birthday friend Anna. And then look, here's a birthday friend Paloma. 3 birthday friends? We're going to sing to 3 of them. I wonder if I can hold them up here with me. Uh-oh. Anna doll, you lost your birthday hat again. Okay, this might be kind of tricky for me, but I could try tricky things, so I'm going to try this. Here we go. See, it's tricky, but oh boy, don't fall down. If the crowns fall off, that's okay. We still know it's their birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Paloma and Anna and Emersyn. Happy birthday to you. That was very tricky for me because look at all, my hands are full. And I tried to move my fingers and I tried to move this hand too. But I still had the loving feeling of being so glad you were born. And I'm so glad you're still alive. So happy birthday, sweethearts. You can go play down here with your birthday hats on together. Well, the next thing we do is sing about the letter of the week. Today we have a star on here. There will not always be a star on the alphabet card. There's a star here because we have some friends whose names are in the box, whose names start with A, and they're going to be our alphabet song today. Oh, where did you go? There you are. I just found you. We have 3 names that start with A. So when I sing the letter of the week song, you're going to see the A at the front of these names. There's one. Andrew. Here's the another one. Anna. She's had a big day. She's a golden letter girl and birthday girl. Anna. And here's another one. A for Aimee. Okay? Maybe I'll put Andrew up here so then I can just have my fingers like that. Here is the letter of the week. The letter of the week is A. The letter of the week is A. A is for Anna. A is for Aimee. A is for Andrew. A is our letter. The letter of the week is A. And maybe you know an A name. Maybe you have an A name that isn't Andrew or Aimee or Anna. But maybe you have an A name. These are 3 names that start with A. And I've got something else that starts with A. Now, some people know what a glue stick is. And some people have a glue stick. Some people know how to use a glue stick already. I'm going to open up this bag of mine, and I'm careful that I don't want to rip this bag because I'm going to do something on here that then is going to be like the paper that I want to save. So I opened it carefully, and in it I already stuck my glue stick in there. There's my glue stick. I will need you glue stick, so please don't leave. And then in here, I have a red circle shape, just like our bell was red. I've got a red line shape. Oh, this is not red. If you know about color words, you can see them and you can talk about them. Maybe you know that that is a green. I'm pretending it's a leaf shape. And then the tiniest things I've ever put in a bag. For real, I think. They're so small, they almost get lost. That is a teeny tiny black shape. And I only have 2 in here. So small, Miss Kristen. Pour it out. Oh, there's my other. I think I used to have more and I might have lost them because they're so small. Those are the shapes I need. I'm gonna move this a little bit so maybe you can see this. I'm gonna use this as the paper to glue this on, and I'm making the letter A first. Oh boy. And then I'm gonna turn it into something. If you know about glue sticks and you know about me, you know sometimes I get frustrated about glue sticks because they don't always stick as much as I want them to. So the one thing to do is remember, don't pull this up, roll this up all the way. That's too far because it's going to break off. Just a little bit up there. And then I'm not going to put glue on this paper because I want this to be the thing that sticks onto here. So I'm going to put glue on my circle. So here I go. And you kind of need a lot in the middle of it because if you and me, if we only put a little bit of glue on, it doesn't stick. So look, I put kind of a lot in the middle. And then I'm gonna put it on the middle of the red, middle of the brown. And now I'm gonna count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm pressing 8, 9, 10. And look, it's stuck. If the letter of the week was O, I could be done because that's like the letter O. But it's not O week. It's A week. If you look at this picture of A, you can see that is the capital A, the lowercase a. That's the one I'm trying to copy. So I don't want to put it on top, and I don't want to put it in the middle, and I don't want to put it way down here. I'm trying to copy the A. So I'm going to put some glue on the red piece. You maybe can see that I'm moving around and doing it. And it was sticking to my paper. With that, see? I got a lot of glue in the middle. And now I'm putting it on. It's touching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was fast counting in Spanish to 10, but it was enough. Look, I made the A. It matches the lowercase a on our Apple card. And here's the fun part about this. I'm not going to just leave it to be a plain A. I'm going to turn it into an apple representation. That means it's not going to be an apple. An apple doesn't have lines on it like that. But I'm going to turn it into something that reminds people of an apple. So first thing, wait, do you know about where apples grow? And why there's a leaf? Do you know about apple trees? Yeah, you know about apple trees. So I'm putting this leaf on because apples often have a leaf still attached when they're from the apple tree. Look. Look, I could just pinch it with my hand like that. I didn't even have to press it on the table to make it stick. Look. That's supposed to be the leaf of an apple, like a leaf by the stem. Get it? And then those little teeny tiny black things I had are supposed to be something that's inside an apple. Like if I had a knife, glue stick on a roll. If I had an apple and I had a knife that I could cut the apple in half, in the middle there would be something. Teeny tiny apple seeds. That's what these are supposed to be. And I will tell you, I'm about to get my hand sticky with glue. And here's why. I still don't want to put the glue in the middle on my brown paper Oh boy. So I'm going to hold this little tiny pretend black seed on my finger. And then I'm going to put the glue on it like this. See? See? And that means I got some glue on my finger, but also I've got my apron. I'll just wipe it off. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It goes away fast. And then I'm going to put this in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look. Apple seed in the middle. And I have another one. Since I can't find, I used to have, I think, 4. And now I only have 2 because 4 minus 2 equals 2. I'll put it on there. Look at me look at my head is to the side because I'm being so careful. My eyebrows are crinkled. I'm not mad. I'm just concentrating. Put it in. Push it. Push, push, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, take a look at this. A is for apple. A is for apple. When I find my other seeds, I'll put them in the middle. So it would look like a real apple that's been cut open. We just finished our first project. These I'm going to do every time. I have A now because it's A week. Then when it's B, I'll do a B one, then C, then D, then E, then F, then G, all the way through. And I'm going to hang them up so we can see them together. I'll have a whole collage. I've made my own, I will have made my own alphabet poster thing. Good job, Miss Kristen. Thanks, Miss Kristen. You did good work. Next on our schedule, it said books. Now, I'm not going to read you these books. I'll have a different movie about books, but I want to show you some books. We just talked about apples growing in trees. Look at this farmer. This farmer is named Annie. She had to go to her apple orchard to pick her trees, pick her apples from her trees. She knows about that. She knows about that for sure. She does so many things with these apples, friends. Well, look at this. She even gets to live at the apple farm, the apple orchard. So that looks like it's out away from the city, but I'll show you. Oh, I love this book. I love this book. I can't wait to make a movie about it for you. Here's the part I like too. She's not only someone who lives out in the country, in the open area with her apple orchard. She drives her big truck because she's the farmer of it. And she also makes deliveries. And she notices all of these stop signs. And she goes into the city. So she used to live out in the country, out on her apple orchard, and now she's going into the city because she doesn't only sell plain apples. Like, she could just sell red apples, yellow apples, green apples, but she also has used her apples to make things. Have you ever had apple juice? Or apple cake? Apple cider? Have you ever had anything like this? Apple sauce? That is from an apple from a tree. Apple sauce. Look at this, friend. Oh, this is another book I'll make a movie of because I love, love, love. This family went to Comstock Farm. And they went to get 2 things, apples and pumpkins. But I'm not going to make a movie about pumpkins yet. I'm going to wait for October for that. But I will make a movie about the apple part. We'll turn it into a chapter book. Look at what this little friend, well, there's a little friend, one of the grown-ups. There's another grown-up. And look at what the friend is doing. Getting up in the tree to pick the apples. It would make sense that that apple, when they pulled it off the tree, it would make sense that there could still be a leaf attached. or if they just gently twisted it till the stem broke loose from the branch, there could be a little leaf attached. And then this friend, they could have an apple that still had a leaf on it, just like the cover of the book. Look, that apple hiding right there. Just like our project. Did you notice that I talked about different colors of apples before? Did you notice that I said some apples are red, some apples are green, and some apples are yellow? Our color of the month is yellow, and we get to do some Play-Doh time. Our Play-Doh card matches the color for this month. Next time, this will still be yellow on here, but the Play-Doh I use will be orange. So you can kind of keep track of that. Tuck that away in your brain, and we'll talk about it again another time. But this matches today. And I have a few things in my box of the month. And look what I started to do on the edge with my collaging. You see how I collaged? I glued all those things on the edge. I was sitting down here all by myself, and then I got out my glue stick, and I did so much gluing and counting and pressing and all that. But I have some things in here that I want for now. I want to get out my Play-Doh, and I want to get out this. I have one of these, and I'm going to get out this. This is a circle poem. Last time we did, here is a circle, and here is a circle, and another circle I see. Are you ready to count them? 1, 2, 3. Well, I am not going to do circles today, but I'm still going to do that poem. Because here's what I'm going to do. I'm taking out this Play-Doh. This is supposed to be an apple tree. And the challenge questions say, how many apples can you put on the tree? How many apples can you make on the ground? Well, let's see. So this is my yellow Play-Doh, and my hands work to open and close and get and grab this Play-Doh off. Sometimes your hands won't open and close to do that, and there will be other ways that you'll use this Play-Doh. Maybe somebody else will open it up and close it, and maybe they will make it into a little ball shape for you. And then maybe if that ball shape goes on the table, then you can use part of your body to squash it. Like make pretend applesauce. I can make a ball shape. This is hard for preschoolers' bodies to do. Just because of the way your bodies work and your brains work, this can often be tricky. But this is how I have figured out to make a ball shape. And if I make a ball shape, I can pretend it's an apple shape. That's a big apple, Miss Kristen. Make a smaller one. Okay. Sometimes people have fingers that they can just do this, like a little blob. It's not a ball, it's a blob. Stick it on there. It's your apple tree. You can pick it however you want. Apple. So far I have 3. I've got the big mama apple. 3 little ones. I'm going to get a few more. 4. I think I'll do 5 on the tree. And then I'm going to do 1 on the ground. And they might, oh boy, they might fall if I hold it up to show you too much, but I'll just try a little bit. Look. They might fall because they don't stay sticking on for very long. Oh, good. Good teamwork, Play-Doh apples. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 of them, 2 little handles of them, and I'm going to hold them like this, okay? So that when we do this poem, and I say, here is an apple, and here is an apple, and a great big apple I see. Are you ready to count them? 1, 2, 3. This is what I'm going to do. And remember, I'm going to cross it over to look at it, to give my body and my brain a big workout. So I'm not going to do this way. I'm going to do cross it over. So I've got an apple pretend in one hand, apple pretend in the other. And here I go. Here is an apple, and here is an apple. And watch this. I'm going to put them together. and a great big apple I see. I pretended that made it into one apple. Are you ready to count them? Take them apart. Cross over. 1. If you can cross over, that is really important to notice about your body. That means your body is working that way for you. 1. Cross over the other way. 2. Make a big one. 3. Putting down the Play-Doh because I don't really want to eat Play-Doh, but I do want to pretend that I'm eating apples. Here is cross it over. Here is an apple, and here is an apple, and a great big apple I see. Let's pretend to eat them. Are you ready to eat them? 1, 2, 3. Oh, little friends. The last thing before we go is we're going to do our alphabet action and then our goodbye song. So when our alphabet action goes today, because the letter of the week is A, the only thing we have to do is ah, ah, ah. We're only going to do the A sound. When I showed you this book before about Apple Farmer Annie, where did you go, Apple Farmer Annie? This apple farmer is named Annie. This is another Annie friend. This Annie is a mathematician, uses she, her pronouns. This Annie loves to do math, adding things together. This Annie has her alligator for a pet. She's also an actress. She's just fantastic. And she's the one who I think about when we go add, when we put this together. So let's start that before we do our goodbye poem. Are you ready? Add. Again. Add. And that's all we do. Because it's only a week, we're not going to keep going. Finger up. Hand out. This is the one about sun. So here we go. Round and round the circle like a sun. 1 step, 2 step. Now we are done. Again. Round and round the circle like the sun. 1 step, 2 step. Now we are done. Friends, I just see a message. Some people are having problems with this video. It's recording fine here, which means that if you want to watch it again without it stopping and starting, it'll be here on our Facebook page and it'll be on our YouTube page. So I'm going to keep working, trying to figure it out. It shows me it's recording, it's fine. You're doing fine. But then I just saw a message that says it's not doing fine. I see someone's having lots of problems. I hope your problems lessen today, and I hope that I can help solve this problem for next time. Thank you for being at Circle Time with me. This is becoming one of my favorite parts of my life. So thank you for being here. I don't think it would be my favorite part if you weren't here with me. Thank you, friends, and I'll see you soon. Bye, sweetie pies.